Hey everyone, this is Alex at Spin Phoenix Games here, and today we are opening a Innistrad Remastered Play Booster Box. There are 36 boosters in here. I know the numbers are all over the place with these booster boxes, but let's open some, shall we? Okay. Get this out of the way here. Innistrad is all about their vampires, and this is actually sort of a re-release, kind of. It's got a bunch of, reprints of older sets, and I think there's some new cards in here, too, but I think it's mostly, from Innistrad, Innistrad Crimson Vow, and Midnight Hunt, older sets, but I think there are some new ones in here. I don't know. Let's find out. Put a couple stacks aside over here, and let's get into them. I am excited. I hope I get Edgar Markov in here. He's an OG for sure. Alright, starting from the top, we have Intrepid Provisioner, Seize the Storm, Think Twice, Wildfield Scarecrow, Abyssinian Priest, Villagers of Estwald, Pack Guardian, Voldaran Ambusher, Burning Vengeance, Cryptolith Fragment, Grimgrin Corpseborn, with a Crawl from the Cellar retro frame, and a foil Ambush Viper, and a retro frame island, with a clue token. You'd think I'd be used to this by now, but we'll get these all set in here. Alright. Alright, from the top we have Gissa's Binding, Bidding, Ambush Viper, Neonate's Rush, Imprisoned in the Moon, Dauntless Cellar, Cathar. Lord, I gotta read them before I start saying words. Ecstatic Awakener, Lingering Souls, Markov Waltzer, Ghoulish Procession, Hell Vault. Seemed interesting. A Holebreaker Horror, oh, and a rare retro frame, Collective Brutality, with a foil Blood Petal Celebrant, and a Plains, with a Helper token. And I did forget to bring my trash can over here, so I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Planning is not my strong suit, apparently. Alright. Grapple with the Past. Blood Mad Vampire. Abundant Maw. Spontaneous Mutation. Strength of Arms. Conduit of Storms. Cobbled Lancer. Sever the Bloodline. Drew Now Corpse Trawler. And Abundant Growth in a extended art. With a Deadeye Navigator. And a retro frame Wild Hunger. With a foil Smoldering Werewolf. And a Swamp. And a Zombie Token. Try to bring this down just a little bit without disrupting the entire thing. There we go. Alright. Falkenrath Torturer. Spore Crawler. Alchemist's Greeting. Blazing Torch. Towergeist. Thraben Inspector. Delver of Secrets. Ghoul Tree. Triskaidekaphobia. That's an interesting phobia. Ambitious Farmhand. And an Elder Deep Fiend. Eldrazi. With a Grapple with the Past. In the retro frame. With an Abundant Maw foil. And a Mountain. And a Helper Token. I wonder if there's some way I could do this. Like do it backwards kind of thing. Whatever. Gluttonous Guest. Bramble Worm. Abrade. Deranged Assistant. Soul Guide Griff. Apothecary Geist. Midnight Scavengers. Stromkirk Oculist. Griff's Boon. Uncaged Fury. And Mass Hysteria. That seems really fun. All creatures have haste. With a Morbid Opportunist in the retro frame. And an Abrade foil extended art. Okay. And a foil Forest retro frame. Nothing super exciting so far, but I do like these retro frames, so always nice if there's one in every single pack. Alright. We have Towergeist. Crawl from the Cellar. Cobbled Wings. Duel for Dominance. Voldaren Duelist. Guardian of Pilgrims. Villagers of Estwald. Runebound Wolf. Moonlight Hunt, Covetous Castaway, and Maelstrom Pulse. Okay. With a retro frame Splinter Fright. And a foil Grapple with the Past. And a Forest. Alright. Battleground Geist. Lunarch Mantle. It of the Horrid Swarm. Murderous Compulsion. Crusader of Odric. Lantern Bearer. Spectral Shepherd. Flesh Taker. Valorous Stance. Shrill Howler. And Deathcap Glade. Well, I like the art on that. With a rare retro frame, Eldritch Evolution. Okay. And a foil Drunau Corpse Trawler. With a foil Swamp. And Zombie Token. We have a Young Wolf, Hungry Ridge Wolf, Syncopate, Olivia's Dragoon, Cathar Commando, Hamver Watchkeep, Demon Male Halberg, Killing Wave, Edgar's Awakening, and Collective Defiance. Okay. With a Bloodline Keeper. Very nice. What's the backside of it? Okay. With a foil Alchemist's Greeting in the retro frame, a foil Neonate's Rush, a Swamp, and a signed art card of a Cultivator Colossus. Pretty neat. Okay. I don't see that escalate mechanic much. I guess maybe it's unique to this set, but could be interesting. Alright. We have Spore Crawler, Voldarin Epicure, Wretched Throng, Eaten Alive, Abundant Growth, Drogskull Shieldmate, Desperate Farmer, Clear Shot, Thermo Alchemist, Ulrich's Kindred, and an Overgrown Farmland. Okay. With Retro Frame Killing Wave. Oh, what do we got here? And a foil Invasion of Innistrad. That's pretty cool. With a Plains and a Helper token. Alright, I've got 3 more on the stack here. Okay, we have Blood Petal Celebrant, Makeshift Mauler, Village Rites, Epitaph Golem, Moldgraph Millipede, Angelic Purge, Scorned Villager, Faith Unbroken, Rally the Peasants, Smoldering Werewolf, and a Vexing Devil. Okay. With a Retro Frame Crusader of Odric. And a foil Thrabin Inspector. With a mountain. And a blood token. Vampire's gotta have that blood. Alright. We have Faithless Looting, Essence Flux, Wretched Griff, Siege Zombie, Gather the Townsfolk, Soul Guide Griff, Delver of Secrets, Join the Dance, Lupine Prototype, Fury Blade Vampire, and Traverse the Ulvenwald. Okay. With an Ecstatic Awakener as the retro frame, and a foil Stitched Mangler, and an island with a demon token. Alright, last pack of the stack here. We got another art card. Cool. Alright. Dawnheart Disciple, Alchemist's Greeting, Stitched Mangler, I just saw you, Traveler's Amulet, Sanitarium Skeleton, Inspiring Captain, Lantern Bearer, Demonic Taskmaster, Ulvenwald Mysteries, okay, Graph Rats, and a wedding announcement. With a retro frame Mystic Retrieval. And, ooh, what do we got here? And a foil Cryptolith Right rare. Sick. That seems pretty good. With a foil Plains. And Thalia, Heretic Cathar, art card. Alright, get the next stack. We have a Neonate's Rush, Stitched Mangler, I swear I just saw you again, Ambush Viper, Blood Petals Celebrant, Strength of Arms, Midnight Scavengers, Angel's Tomb, Asylum Visitor, Triskaidekaphobia, Biolume Egg, and Rooftop Storm. That's pretty cool. I had one of these in my Sephiroth deck. I always talk about my Sephiroth deck. It's pretty much my only deck. But I took it out because it made a 2-card combo, and it didn't really fit the rest of the deck. So, strong, but not for what I'm doing. With a Thing in the Ice rare retro frame. Oh, and it transforms. Ooh, that's cool. Sick. With a Wildfield Scarecrow foil. And a mountain. With the Helper token. Okay. We have Abundant Maw, Syncopate, Falcon Wrath Torturer, Festerhide Boar, Apothecary Geist, Inspiring Captain, Village Messenger, Noose Constrictor, Lightning Mauler, Uncaged Fury, and Hopeful Initiate. Okay. First white rare of the stack, with a retro frame It of the Horde Swarm, and a foil Hellvault. Cool. Don't know if it's any good, but cool. With a foil island. And a blood token. Right, we have Festival Crasher, Blazing Torch, Reckless Scholar, Gluttonous Guest, Brambleworm, Apothecary Geist, Ecstatic Awakener, Mausoleum Guard, Grizzly Ghoul, Groundskeeper, and another Thing in the Ice. Not a retro frame this time. With a retro frame Valorous Stance, and a foil Gissa's Bidding, as well as a Swamp with the Spider token. Got another art card. Okay. We got a Braid, Deranged Assistant, Butcher Ghoul, Eccentric Farmer, Evolving Wilds, Lunarch Veteran, Butcher's Cleaver, Boarded Window, Town Gossip Monger, with a Overcharged Amalgam. And another Cryptolithrite. Not foil, but still, 2 rares. With a Twin Blade Geist Retro Frame. And a Twin Blade Geist foil. With a Forest. And our art card is a Cryptolithrite. Pretty fitting. Alright. Borrowed Hostility. Silent Departure. Aim High. Tragic Slip. Ancestral Anger. Bound by Moonsilver. Conduit of Storms. Infernal Grasp. Spiders Fawning. Rise from the Tides. And a Westvale Abbey, which transforms into, oh, Big Mean Demon. With a Cathar Commando Retro Frame, and a foil Subjugator Angel, and a Mountain, and a Tree Folk. Come on, Edgar Markov, I know you're in here. Show yourself. Alright, Lunarch Mantle, It of the Horde Swarm, Butcher Ghoul, Young Wolf, Abyssinian Priest, Lunarch Veteran, Angel's Tomb, Intangible Virtue, Chalice of Life, with a Tireless Tracker. Okay. And a Bruna, the Fading Light. Cool. What in the world? Oh, this is like a merge where you like put them together like this to make a bigger creature. Okay. Interesting. With a Young Wolf retro frame and a Travel Preparations foil. And an island. Alright, we have Hungry Ridge Wolf, Spontaneous Mutation, Olivia's Dragoon, Festerhide Boar, Angelic Purge, Midnight Scavengers, Killing Wave, Travel Preparations, Cackling Counterpart, Shrill Howler, and a Distended Mindbender. With a retro frame, Triskaidekaphobia. And a foil Scorned Villager with a swamp and a wolf token. Triskaidekaphobia. That seems really difficult to set up, but it could be fun. Alright, we have Voldarin Epicure, Wretched Throng, Tragic Slip, Abundant Growth, Bound by Moon Silver, Evolving Wilds, Scorned Villager, Soul Separator, Mausoleum Guard, Forbidden Alchemy, and a Falcon Wrath Gorger. Oh, okay. Seems like it could be good with stuff. With a retro frame Dauntless Cathar and a foil Seize the Storm. And a mountain. And our art card is a Cultivator Colossus. I feel like we just saw him earlier. Alright. Faithless Looting, Makeshift Mauler, Village Rites, Epitaph Golem, Dawnheart Disciple, Soul Guide Gryph, Lantern Bearer, Lupine Prototype, Morbid Opportunist, Indulgent Aristocrat, and a Shipwreck Marsh. Cool. With a retro frame Galvanic Juggernaut. And a foil Ulvenwald Mysteries. And a foil Swamp. Cool, cool. Alright, last three of the stack here. We have a Blood Mad Vampire, Essence Flux, Wretched Gryph, Crawl from the Cellar, Moldgraph Millipede, Crusader of Odric, Hamver Watchkeep, Travel Preparations, Blood Mist, Cryptolith Fragment, and another Overgrown Farmland. Alright. With a retro frame Borrowed Hostility, and a foil Think Twice, with an island, and a helper token. Okay, Festival Crasher, Traveler's Amulet, Battleground Geist, Sanitarium Skeleton, Aim High, Drogskull Shieldmate, Hinterland Logger, Fiery Temper, Subjugator Angel, Ulvenwald Mysteries, and a Mayor of Avabrook. Cool. With a Niblis of the Urn retro frame and a foil Fiery Temper. and a forest. Alright, last pack of the stack. We have Seize the Storm, Think Twice, Wildfield Scarecrow, Giss's Bidding, Grapple with the Past, Guardian of Pilgrims, Harvest Hand, Blood Tithe Harvester, Drew Out Corpse Trawler, Graph Rats, and another Mass Hysteria. Too bad you can't run more than one in a deck. Or commander deck, anyways. With the, oh my god. Hell yeah, bro. I was not expecting Avacyn. This is in my Sephiroth deck, but it's a proxy because I'm a cheap bastard and don't pay money for, or didn't pay money for cards. But I got a retro frame Avacyn. Hell yeah, that's going in a frame. Or in a sleeve and a top loader. And probably into that deck at some point. That is sick. Let's go. Why is she good? She does all those things and makes all your creatures indestructible. So it's a real pain in the butt to get rid of her. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, that's a hit. That's a big hit for sure. I'll take that. And we have Strength of Arms with the Plains. Okay, on to the last stack. Let's get some more excitement like that last pack. Alright. Spontaneous Mutation. Falkenrath Torturer. Spore Crawler. Alchemist Greeting. Thraben Inspector. Village Messenger. Voldaren Ambusher. Niblis of the Urn. Mystic Retrieval. Soul Cipher Board. And a Tamio's Journal. That seems kind of cool. With a retro frame Seize the Storm. And a foil. I guess this is extended art. Might be showcase. I don't know. I barely know the difference, but extended foil Thraben Inspector. Okay. Cool, cool. It's gonna be hard to match that Avacyn, though. Alright, we have Blazing Torch, Towergeist, Gluttonous Guest, Brambleworm, Braid, Gather the Townsfolk, Harvest Hand, Grizzly Ghoul, Geist Catcher's Rig, Geistlight Snare, and Aliessa, Forgotten Archangel. I don't know if I'd seen this one. Ooh, that seems good. With a retro frame Mentor of the Meek. foil Dauntless Cathar. And a Plains. Okay. I feel like that Liesa could be good. Alright. Deranged Assistant. Murderous Compulsion. Eccentric Farmer. Borrowed Hostility. Silent Departure. Dauntless Cathar. Yeah, lots of Dauntless Cathars. Villagers of Estwald. Sever the Bloodline. Hamlet Captain. Ghoulish Procession. And a Cathar's Crusade. Ooh, I think that's really good, actually. I may be wrong, but I think that's good in like a +1/+1 deck. With a Tragic Slip retro frame and a foil Sanitarium skeleton. And a forest. Another art card, cool. Alright. Eaten Alive. Intrepid Provisioner. Ancestral Anger. Reckless Scholar. Siege Zombie. Thraben Inspector. Desperate Farmer. Runebound Wolf. Fury Blade Vampire. Town Gossip Monger. And a Through the Breach Mythic. Ooh, that seems cool. Don't know if it's any good, but that effect seems really cool. With a retro frame Vilespawn Spider. And a foil Laboratory Maniac. This is actually a deck all of its own, because you mill yourself out of cards, and then if you don't have any cards and you try to draw one while this is on the field, you win. I bet this is actually worth something. I'm going to put it up front here. With a foil Island. And Aldrich Lunark Marshall art card. Alright. Duel for Dominance. Cobbled Wings. Voldaran Duelist. Imprisoned in the Moon. Cathar Commando. Conduit of Storms. Spectral Shepherd. Join the Dance. Wild Hunger. A Showcase Blood Artist. And an Edgar Markov. Hell yeah, dude! Let's go! Okay. This guy is the Vampire Commander for Commander games. That is sick. That's getting a sleeve too. Hold on. Make sure I'm not revealing anything under it. Oh, hold on. I gotta put that over here for a second then. Well, never mind. Didn't work very well. I'll just kind of use my hand to block what it is. Sick. I'll put that in a top loader in just a second. Let's get the rest of these cards. We have a Liesa Forgotten Archangel in the retro frame. I'm going to put it there, but I'll probably end up sleeving it in just a sec. Aim high, and a planes. Nice! Two very nice cards out of there. I feel like that Lies has got to be good in something. I don't know what, but just sounds cool. But I mean, it's hard to beat this. Man, that's so cool. Alright. I told you he was in here. We just had to do a little bit more searching. Let's see, what else could we get? Let's just get another Edgar. Let's get an Edgar retro frame. That would be something. Alright, we have Hungry Ridge Wolf, Syncopate, Olivia's Dragoon, Spore Crawler, Voldaren Epicure, Strength of Arms, Lunarch Veteran, Griff's Boon, Valorous Stance, Neglected Heirloom, and a Sundown Pass. With a retro frame Angel's Tomb. Got a lot of Angel's Tombs. With a foil Desperate Farmer. And a foil Forest. Sweet. Alright. Wretched Throng. Eaten Alive. Abundant Growth. Blood Petal Celebrant. Evolving Wilds. Conduit of Storms. Blade Stitch Scab. Demon Mail Hauberk. Summary Dismissal. Grizzled Angler. And a Dreamroot Cascade. With a retro frame Mass Hysteria. I guess we're just going crazy today. Cool, cool. And a foil Festival Crasher. With an island. And a Chandra Dressed to Kill emblem. Human token. That would be pretty sweet to get a Chandra Dressed to Kill. Alright, we have Village Rites, Makeshift Mauler, Epitaph Golem, Moldgraph Millipede, Faithless Looting, Dauntless Cathar, Lantern Bearer, Morbid Opportunist, Sombervald Sage, a Laboratory Maniac. No way, dude. How did I call that? That's insane. I called that. Chandra Dressed to Kill. Okay, sick. I'm putting that in a sleeve as soon as I get these other ones checked out here real quick. Voldaren Epicure Retro Frame. And a foil looping prototype. And a swamp. Dude, that's wild. That's actually wild. This was not rigged, by the way. I didn't plan this out. Sick. Premonition. Alright, we got 4 packs on the stack left. Here we go. Let's keep closing her out hot. Alright, we got Essence Flux, Wretched Griff, Siege Zombie, Dawnheart Disciple, Drogskull Shieldmate, Village Messenger, Thermo Alchemist, Faith Unbroken, Edgar's Awakening. We awakened him earlier. A Spell Queller. Okay. Whoa, okay. With a Gisela Broken Blade. Wait, where did that other one go? That's pretty cool too. We'll put that in the sleeve in just a sec, but we get to put them together. We get to merge them. With a retro frame Burning Vengeance. And a foil Village Messenger. And an island. Okay, now we gotta find where that other one is. Priscilla, I think it was white, wasn't it? No, I think it was in the middle pile. No. What color was Priscilla? So that goes there. I don't even remember what color it was. I thought maybe. Oh. Gisela the Broken Blade Bruna. The fading light. Let me put a sleeve on it real quick. Alright. The Power Rangers theme starts. Dun, 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 dun. Priscilla, Voice of Nightmares. That's a little closer for you. Oh, it's a 910. I'm sorry, my thumb's blocking it. Sick. Okay, really cool. Alright, 3 packs on this bag. This is a very exciting box. I like it. Need more of these for sure. Alright. We got Alchemist's Greeting, Traveler's Amulet, Stitched Mangler, Sanitarium Skeleton, Intrepid Provisioner, Soul Guide Griff, Delver of Secrets, Flesh Taker, Honeymoon Hearse, Gaia Reach Bandit, with a Stitcher's Graft. Ooh, that seems risky. Okay. With a retro frame Scorned Villager, and a foil Traveler's Amulet, and a Swamp. Last 2 packs, here we go. Let's end this on a high note. I mean, we already had a few high notes, but let's end it on another one. Siege the Storm, Think Twice, Wildfield Scarecrow, Gissa's Bidding, Ambush Viper, Apothecary Geist, Hinterland Logger, Galvanic Juggernaut, Asylum Visitor, Lumbernaut, and a Invasion of Innistrad. Not foil this time, but another one's pretty cool. With a retro frame Gather the Townsfolk, and a foil Blood Mist. With a foil Mountain. Alright, last pack. Thank you all for watching. This one's been a fun one, and I hope y'all are having fun too. You know, living vicariously through others is pretty much a national pastime at this point. But I still enjoy it myself too. Alright. Neonate's Rush, Imprisoned in the Moon, Grapple with the Past, Blood Mad Vampire, Abundant Maw, Cathar Commando, Ecstatic Awakener, Ghoul Tree, Cathar's Call, Twin Blade Geist, and Conjurer's Closet. It's like a flashcard. Okay. With a retro frame Indulgent Aristocrat and a foil Battleground Geist. And a Plains. Oh, and an art card. This is Infernal Grasp. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, well that was a lot of fun. I do love my vampires, so that was always sweet, but I mean, it's hard to beat. Hard to beat that for sure. Like that, I don't know if I'm selling that. That might end up in my Sephiroth deck, even though I don't play anymore. Moved away from all my friends, boo-hoo. And then, of course, this could definitely sell. This might pay back half the box, essentially. Maybe not that much, but still, you get the idea. And then, the Chandra Dress to Kill, that was just bizarre. Like, that felt like a weird premonition. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Let's see, do we have anything? Oh, and of course the the Power Rangers coming together here to make Brisella, Voice of Nightmares. That's pretty cool. I don't know if they're, actually good cards to do that with, but that's still cool. And then what else? We had the 3 Mass Hysterias. Like I said, we were getting crazy over here, I guess. And what else do we have over here? Oh yeah, the Liesa in the retro frame. That's pretty cool. I like the gold retro frames from the multicolors more than the solo colors. But yeah, that'll do it for today. Thank you so much for joining me today. That was a lot of fun opening up a Innistrad Remastered Play Booster Box. All kinds of different creatures in there, but we got some ones that we wanted for sure. Thank you again, and y'all have a great day.